They'll probably take it. They haven't.
You can help out either site on this one as well. You can just lurk anywhere but still have impact in terms of the Astra Sucker and the after plant. It's a good map. See how Gen.G play it? It's decent.
Koi will be the only team without a win on the board, and you need them to get there first.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that bounces on the floor and then hits the top of the pipe, and you do it late like this so it can land at the same time as the drone goes out. So this is nice. It's hard to deal with over towards side. We get the split in, and I feel sorry for these two on site. The nightmare to deal with. Yeah, look at that. First guy gets hit by the drone, second guy gets hit by the recon, so they know where they both are. It's a lovely exec.
But it's his teammates on the site that find those kills instead. And now, a tougher situation with the advantage swinging towards Vitality, but a spike still to be planted and a well-placed shock dart. There's quite a bit of damage to Travis.
Wait, they don't have any map control.
Got to be careful of where they're actually going to be planting this, just because this flank position is being held. Kicks, I think he may have spotted already, though. That's going to be Hoodie seen, and more importantly, safe already on his third kill of the round. It doesn't look like this is going to be a winnable position, especially with him now finding one more. It's up for the ace, and Giantx is going to steal it away.
Again, lovely pistol on this one. The overwhelm here is super strong.
Another pistol. I think
smoke over towards window as well.
2.5.
Everything was great on this. Even do the wall from short, the double blocks vision once the rotates come in, so the two like on site are just fully isolated because the wall blocks all vision from spawn. A great pistol. Yeah, wall is like this, right? So anyone here trying to help out their team just can't.
Giantx have only got classics to play with, but look at the map. A lot of players on that right side. Traps left for B aggression. One player spotting mid. If they commit to the A side off rip, there could be trouble.
If Vitality lose 0-2 and K-Corp win versus Vitality wait, what did that say? If they lose and K-Corp lose.
Exact same position.
Here.
We saw Durka get that ratty little kill. So they're trying it. I'd be a little bit disappointed if anyone fell for that.
K-Corp win.
Wow. But he is already going to make sure
losing K-Corp win. Oh, okay.
That's probably the last
right, they're allowed 2 deaths in terms of Vitality.
That scenario when you have that little trap set up, and that's so unlucky.
And that's
he's checked his
and
cam.
You know when we were talking about this yesterday, right? Sideshow asked why aren't more people doing the FPX spy, right? Why aren't more people buying these rifles? And I said because you have to be very careful when you're the person with the solo rifle, and something like this is a good demonstration of how it can kind of backfire a little bit.
30 seconds left.
I kind of respect the goal.
I think he just saved the
any more weaponry drop, one more kill, and this is a far more costly round.
Maybe not. No, you go for it, bro.
Third kill already. I said he is the last man you wanted to give this rifle to. You can see Sender already looking to get into after plant positions. Only has
recon double shock
but they've got
molly.
Shock darts as well, and bear in mind no shields available on the remaining couple. So they're going to be able to buy a decent amount of time. You expect there's going to be Cloud holding this angle. They've seen the orbit mid already though. Redgar's just going to stick this one Cloud. He's already managed to find the first. It comes down to the last fire. Redgar's going to take
and that right here is why you gotta be a lot more careful with the people that are holding the guns. You should never be leaving it. This was the perfect example. I wish I had this clip for when Sideshow asked.
For anybody else.
I was gonna throw you under the bus.
Yeah, and this is just one mistake. Gun on its own that snowballs into just one guy who's an absolute beast winning the round.
Not a great idea. Support the closest player to
Cloud.
At least like up in tube.
Cloud is a god.
Anyone else. Give the guy a ghost sitting in the corner. No problem.
Should have a ghost.
But
if that's what they do an AD default and he has the Phantom on his own. If your whole thing is you take this map control and you leave him, he should always have a ghost.
Yeah.
The guy solo should have ghosts.
It is for those players. Oh man, well, a very costly start, and as we said,
yeah, and backfires, and the two people that managed to save their money gets Outlaw, and he can one-shot everyone, so we've got to keep an eye on Trax.
Something to brawl with here. That didn't connect on either shots, but somehow
this guy's got a long time to reload. Yeah, he has to dash out of there.
Now confirming that they're pushing onto him, and in the end, the TP will be taken by Runner. they're not able to punish on that fight, and the Outlaw's still floating around. A big danger in this
That's
round.
why Angel never has the rifle. Exactly
There's not a
that.
lot in terms of shields. For Vitality, they have no
Okay,
shield.
they decide to go over
so
towards
it's a
B.
one-hit weapon. So Purpo won't be too worried about having that low.
They're gonna fake A fast, or at least I say fake. They're probably just gonna try and get a. Oh, okay, no, but yeah, we're faking B into A, and then I mean they can just let the Astra pick. Does Yoru take this TP with the fake pressure over towards B? Oh, he doesn't. And he ate that flash, and that's a gun down, and that's a lovely ult from Safe. Maybe went too fast into this, but that's another gun back in sight. Got some low HPs, and Cloud might be able to clean up.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Could have been massive. It did damage on Descender. Next shock dart could claim a kill. So many players are low.
Nice, they're in 3 now. Cloud gets a kill, he gets an ult. What is the timing on this? Purpo is holding that the whole time. You would think that Kicks wins this round.
Instead, he's looking to come behind them. Backs facing. Can be hard shots to hit, but his timing here is sublime. Making it now to the bridge. They move to site, but they need
I'm not
to
planted
keep
for
players
him.
alive. Keep the stress in the back of their minds, because that reveal is going to give away his position.
Yeah, it gives away his
Now they know
position.
exactly where to look.
Damn, nicely
Red Guard
handled from
closes that one
Giantx
out
there.
easily. I'm sure he gets tagged down to 4 HP. It's a narrow margin, but gets there
Yeah,
at the end.
the guys on site had to delay a bit more.
He's not even sweating.
No, never.
Not worried at all.
Good, nice attempt in Eco.
Well, 2-1. It gets converted in the end.
Like we got to shout out Cloud again.
Messy at times, but some decent shock darts, and Cloud to the rescue once again. That's always the thing with this GX roster. That's it. I think Cloud has had one bad week, like one notable week where I was like, okay, that wasn't Cloud. And then every other time, he's just been fantastic. And it is kind of depressing, because you want this guy at like international.
Yeah, the
events, you
Jesse
want this
Vash
guy
special.
to be
Let's see.
competing
I
with
think this
best
is the
of
one
them,
for the
because
right, though.
he's up there and has been for a very long time, even going back to when he was on Na'Vi.
Yeah, that. Oh no, okay, no, that hit.
Purpo, a bit of a quieter
Shout out
start
to the
from him,
shock
but he was
dart.
great when it came to this defensive side aggression. Him and Fatinho, a lot of what they were doing on this map was challenging for mid control. With nothing being spotted, they go back to fight main, and Safe's already won that opener.
One issue that they've had in moving towards this B side has been traps, although I see the trap has been presumably destroyed. Yeah, Redgar hasn't got it in his back pocket anymore. And that's one of the problems that has been there
they
for
take a bit of a
Vitality
gamble
move
on this
towards
one.
B. We saw Kicks throw out some shock darts to clear the close traps, but they weren't in play. They were always deeper on the site. This time, one of them is committed towards the tube, which is now being cleared out by a drone as well. They know nobody's here, and they have late round information for it. The problem is, with no traps on B anymore, it's only the
And I think this is fine though, stacking once they have the Yoru ult, just let them have the site and try and retake. The question is, does Cloud try and ult in this one? They at least want to do damage, but does he want to try save it for the...
With a man disadvantage, it's going to be tough to get back in. 30 seconds on the clock. Blind Hunter's Fury to deny the plant, and no damage found.
Yeah, and he has a recon though if they want to actually fast flood and stop the plant.
Of that ultimate being online.
Oh, that went a bit too high anyway.
This 4v5 is not going to be easy. Still some
That's a sick
counter-utility,
flash.
a solid flash as well as they try and run through the screen. This round looking a lot better for the side of Vitality as they pick them apart one by one.
Great round.
And after some blips
For
and
1-2,
mistakes,
probably
it's a return to form
not an
with
armory
Abandon
by
as being
him.
a flawless.
Tied up 2-2.
Yeah, that flash on site here is very, very
So
strong.
some rounds you wouldn't really expect.
Yeah, some of the thing that's been a little bit frustrating for the side of GX is that a lot of their opening battles that they have lost has just been somebody peeking into main when they haven't been keeping an eye on it. Like, okay, that one was a little bit of like a narrow peek, but Safe has just walked in A main multiple times, and you had one round where I think it was Hoodie just peeked it. That round where
Pay big attention for this one because Purpo gets the op out, and this is a big round for Giants. If they lose this, they got to eco.
The space will be taken in towards A main, but Purpo is watching for the first player to peek. The thing is, Safe hasn't really been swinging it. Last round he did. But before that, it's been this passive play behind the box.
Yeah, so they go for that A
Now
default
even
again,
further
and
back.
instead of Safe going close, this time he
Looks like
just
there
plays a
will
little
be
bit more
delay, but
passive.
eventually the play is coming towards this side.
We had a fake
Purpo.
smoke on middle,
contact,
which blocked a
wants to get up
little
running
bit of
here,
sight,
cam
but
activated. It'll go
oh,
off
what
the
an
flash, but it didn't
absolute
catch
shot.
Safe.
The jump peak felt
Clean
pretty
punish for
odd
this man,
here,
now
but that was a
sitting
nice
9
shot.
kills and 2 deaths. What a start to this
Don't know if you
map
need to
for
jump
the
peek
Cypher.
after you flashed.
Yeah, I think they know he's there now, and that's again, that's the third time he's got the opening kill from that position. I want to see more of a committal. Like if you're going to try,
Where
and take
did
him
where
out,
did the
commit.
flash go?
Put Vitinho there to trade. You can pop that flash in from anywhere.
Did he dodge it? Not a chance he dodged that, right? Did they just miss the flash?
It's basically just been either someone peeking or, well, now this. And it hasn't gone to plan. Obviously, the flash missed, which definitely didn't help.
Okay, yeah.
Now, though, they're going to look to try and execute. Hoodie has retrieved that operator. They're being split in through mid that they've got to be wary of. Vitinho trying to find some space. Cloud has done well, though, but again, it's these aggressive pushes that it just hasn't succeeded.
No, Safe has just been aware every time he's got these pushes up on A main, locked down.
Yeah, and the call to save happens. Vitality's money is through the roof.
Gun trained on the angle. The call is made
We
by
got
Giantx ready to pop a save.
5 people round before, 4 people in this round.
Now. Maybe a task for Jack Igo. Jack Igo, look at the B site. Because there's been a few times where I see a trap put down on B. This time there was nothing in halls, right? So they actually had 2 traps. But the one that's sitting here in the middle of the site is pretty consistently being destroyed. 2 rounds now. I assume it's a long-range shock dart from Kicks that he's firing through a lineup. And so they'll change that setup now as time goes on. Ooh. We haven't seen them actually commit to the
shot, and the bait goes in. Tunnel vision's here.
Get to see the crunch with the rifles in hand, and it's trying to deny what's left of GX's buy, so they can't carry it through to the next round with the peak coming in from Safe.
Oh, he did.
Oh, so good right now.
Yeah,
so
and
good.
it's worse eco now after this one.
Yeah, way,
we can still get like a couple of Guardians or something, maybe some Sheriffs.
But Koi, and he's like,
Koi?
No, not on my watch.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Koi has to beat KC.
No, I know. I was giving his reaction.
So, yeah, 12 and 2.
Yeah, it just looks like he just fully just dodged the flash, didn't even go far enough.
The way that they're actually going to be playing into A main. Because this guy is just ripping them apart. It's been the similar fights. As I said, like either he's taken a fight, fallen back, or he's just holding, but whatever it is, if you're a lurk player who's
Safe,
solo,
yeah, I mean, he's having, I mean, at the moment it's the,
then you're not doing the
these
best
two
jobs.
So they've
taking
killed
control.
Safe twice, they've won 2 rounds. It seems to be a formula at this point. One of them, he was in his camera. When he has his rifle up, he's damn near unstoppable. Over a 90% win rate in those duels. Some against a guy dashing in with an operator in hand, Purpo, who was
Dude, I love Pips in cam for this stuff. It's so funny.
Rounds. I think cooled down a little bit.
Wait, do they really get a buy into this?
Half, but still finished in a very respectable position.
I think as well, the last time they played this map, maybe this is just trying to like almost counter the
But this is pretty all in, by the way.
opponent picks a map that obviously
they would get 2-9 loss bonus on top of it if they lost, but Bulldog, Guardian, Sheriff, full util.
Like we had these
Oops,
combination
where's that
setups
appeared
where you
from?
had Vitinho
Not bad at all.
in mid, like
Right.
basically holding the close corner as you round it, and then you had Purpo playing an aggressive angle to fight them on it.
One away
That
from
was working
Astro.
wonderfully. That denied all mid control, which is something they haven't been able to do so far.
Vitality,
Instead, though, it
is
does
this
look
the
like they may actually
same
try and fully
recon
take
lineup
control over towards A, which is
as
where
they
Safe
did
has
on
been.
Pistol?
He's not there anymore.
Yeah, it is. Looks like a nice easy one. Tuck yourself into this corner, aim at the gap.
Up top.
Yeah, and it's the exact same, right? Even the same wall.
One trap down and one still
Yeah,
in the back
Viper wall
pocket
goes
for
out,
Redguard.
same one.
He's very
Drone
isolated
goes
on
in,
B.
there's
You
only
have a
one
Yoru
person on
TP,
site.
the
Does
gate
Yoru
crash
take
for
the
Vitinho,
TP?
but it's still making its way to a safe
Yoru
angle.
takes the
He'll now come in
TP,
to help,
but
he's being
insta
revealed.
gets scanned.
Second, he steps through that portal.
That's
He's
so
out of the
savage.
round and a snake fight waiting for him as well. That's what caught Redguard. Gorgeous play from Vitality.
That was a huge combo. Like that was, they had the dart going over to reveal. They had a gravity well to pull them in, a snake bite, so they had to try and jump out of the snake bite.
It's such a
They then
nice
go
hit.
into the dart,
I can
the
see where they're
dart
running
goes
their
and they
pistol
go
round
back.
in
That is what you
where
call a
they're
set fight.
running
That
their
was
pistol
gorgeous
round on
from
normal
Vitality.
Well, their
gun
homework
rounds.
certainly paid off. But we got a couple seconds into this round, and someone on GX said save. And even that is a tough task by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Cloud dropped
What
another
a-
rifle out
what a
of play.
lovely round
This
this
is going
is.
to put some strain on their economy for the next round. These last 2 players, they
The
shouldn't be too
timing
far
actually
away to
couldn't
fail
have
at
been
this
much
point.
better.
Imagining those weapons are guaranteed. Short of any
And you got to
more
look at
things.
this as well, and you would imagine they
that's the
probably
thing,
have
yeah,
some
the
kind of
spike was
trick
planted
in terms of Astra
sort of late
All
in that
and
game when
Yoru
the round
All.
was
I don't
already
know if they
over.
want to use
So
both
there is
together,
actually enough
but
time
it
for
might be
these
one
players
of
to
the
hunt down Purpo,
classic
looking for his first kill.
gaps somewhere, and then they
He does eventually get there.
Yoru
a little
All
bit
into the
laboured,
gap,
but
so
at
no
least
one
he's
can
now
hear.
on
We'll
the
see.
board. Okay, the second one's a little bit better.
Safe
the problem
again?
Is just don't face Safe. Don't even
Yeah,
look at
you
him.
don't want to
even
face this
breathe
guy
near
right
him.
now.
The guy just isn't missing anything at this point. And
Wonder if we get an overview from
well,
this.
that
This is
round
really
has been
cool.
over for a long, long time. Vitality 4 and 2 up on this
13 to
attack
2.
side, looking solid.
Oh man, look at it. These guys get scanned up. There's an Astra Sucker and a Molly, and they Sova ult on top of it. Like, how are you actually meant to hold the site against that? You gotta go into your own smoke or something close.
13 kills, 2 deaths. Ridiculous.
He didn't have to do much that round.
No. He's besting the performance of the rest of his team put together.
Yeah, and Shock Dart. This time we changed up our trip though.
Thank you, Zelf. That's making its way towards B. Here it is in the third person. Landing in with the double bounce, confirming whether or not they managed to destroy it. And we can see that those traps have indeed changed.
Wait, that got removed, right?
Essential for Redguard to keep his utility online late into the round.
I still liked that though. Do you remember when you used to do a double bounce and it would give you the trick shot sound cue? That's be pretty cool, but they did get rid of it.
Over this part of the map, and at this point, if I'm GX, I'm not pushing it purely because I know he's probably waiting there.
The thing is, I feel like Vitality have done a great job of spotting the gaps. Mid, as said, in the last matchup.
Yeah, drone over towards mid was great as well. We did a lot of this stuff when in Coach Potatoes when we were doing this. I just feel like the Sova drone at middle just clears so much. Early info here, you get to clear summer short, top mid, create pressure. You get to clear like 4 things for a Sova drone.
They now start heading into what
3 people on A though, and we can just see it is a straight up fake. Your TP gets cancelled, he sticks over towards site, 3 people, they never actually sent it. The rotate came in, they left B, Astra ult goes in. What a round, man. Vitality's attack half looks sick.
Dark combo as well got extremely dangerous. Look at that trap. That's a nasty trap to try catch players going into the corner. It will be spotted and destroyed, but you can see the idea behind it. The other was waiting for a mid push to come through.
They have a wall in theory that blocks the
and it will give them
spike,
bit of control for the later
but
round.
did Safe plant it a little bit in front?
Now the fights come in, but Safe is the one picking up the first, still sitting in
ult for ult, this is cool, man. Just as they get close, doing ult and just giving ult info. They got Astra Suck over towards it. We got a Sender on the left. Hey, this is a strong attack half. This is so good right now.
2 kills with kicks closing out the round, and Vitality 5-2 in the lead. A very good start to this map, but we've seen that before.
Yeah, I really like that from Runner. He basically just holds onto his ult.
If they didn't have the mess up on the second round, I mean, this would have been a masterclass of a half, really.
You're going to isolate me, are you? Dimensional drift. And then just runs around just giving all the information to his teammates. It's just the ultimate distraction play, throwing out flashes. And the rest of his team just did a perfect post plant. Again, you're going to see Safe get another couple of kills, but who's surprised by that? And although it's not going to put Runner any higher up the scoreboard, he
they might just have to start going aggro.
Sheer disruption alone.
Like, it has to be I think they're just going to start having these two just getting early mid control or something.
Every single
they can't hold a site. It's way too much overwhelm.
Like, I didn't think for a second any of these rounds were even remotely close.
On the upside, what's gotten a little closer is the gap between Safe and all the other kills on his team added up. It's now equal. Neck and neck. He slowed down. Bad round.
It's pretty much attack sided.
He only got 2.
It's comp dependent, but majority of the times it comps.
Don't even bother. The guy is unbelievable right now. I mean, Safe wasn't bad in the last map either. He had a decent map, as did everyone. Really, you don't get a tight game like that, but
on an individual level, I can't think of the last time where I was like, yeah, Safe played bad.
He's never bad, but sometimes he's unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing here. A new form.
Yeah, he is taking control.
He's never bad, he's sometimes mortal.
Yeah. Sometimes he's like the rest of us.
Yeah, he's running around with no clip or something. I don't know how he does it. 5-2.
You know he is, Ryan.
So far, GX, there's been very
just highlight this just in case the trip gets hit by that. Smoke goes in from middle.
The other one was basically free, and even still that was close.
Okay, trip
now coming
does get broken.
Weaponry, but they do have a Blade Storm.
Oh, same lineup is getting mad value. We've seen it break 3 different trips so far.
Same crack again with kicks. Shock Dart up and over, destroying the setup on B, but the camera's still spotting no one there. You're going to have a late play by Redguard. These pistols have stacked up on
and they need a miracle round from Purple.
Ready to blitz in, the decoy finding one.
Coutinho one flash, wanting to flash through, and the insta goes down before he can flash.
Blade Storm doesn't find a thing. Nothing.
Yeah, they're running.
In this round. In fact, it is an Andalucia flawless for Vitality.
Yeah, I think they're actually running out of things to spend their credits on. That's the biggest issue that they currently have in this map. You've got 4 players over the 7,000 credit mark. And then the other one is 16-3. So I don't think there's any real issues here other than what's currently there for Giantx. As said, they had success on the... But that's the thing, then. I don't even think they're attempting a lot of the stuff that was successful versus Fnatic, and... Well, I'm hoping we're going to see some sort of response now. Operator back in play.
I think if Yora's TP got changed to last an unlimited amount of time, yeah, that would be broken, bro. Beyond broken.
We see a kill that actually has some impact.
Yeah, fantastic.
First pick for them. It's been a while.
Well, you saw him adjusting his position, perfectly dodging the blind that came after Vitality. One man down. Their map control has been spotted. They even heard a player down below in mid. Below that wall, around
he
the
has...
pillar.
Okay, I was going to say, he has insane timing, but then Purple went back to the angle. Okay, now he does have insane timing, and he hears them. That's why he's pinged over towards here. Do you know what? He actually heard both. That's mad. He actually heard 2 people. Yeah, and he can just call it as max 2 on A with the 2 people that he hears here. And just going to get the rotates, so they know there's only one over towards site. Viper goes in, it covers the plant, and he has a lot of positions in terms of here to hide. Ult goes in. Damn, you've got to be tempted to swing this.
Bigger problem. He's not even going to expect it to be there, and the other player was using the ult.
Tell you what, Safe played that incredibly chill. He didn't even want to try early peek on the ult here.
They still have to deal with Safe.
Yeah, and that seems to be the biggest task. Eventually, they find him. It's the door that opened. Vitinho able to flood through, but the Viper's pit went up. And with that, the win rate of Vitality in this round, no matter how many times you run it, it's going to be tough to deal with. Viper's pit playing through 2 snake
Giants use their Sova ult. Sova ult's not getting much at the moment.
Hello! Oh, he's dodged the upshot at least. Kicks caught off guard somewhat. The reveal will go through. But there's a player watching the cross. Vitinho's got him if he swings through. Kicks needs to be aware of it, and he's not. Okay, one more weapon dropped, but just peep the economy of Vitality.
Yeah, I was going to say that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people that hit 9k.
Pretty tight, pretty secure, I would say.
Okay.
That's insane. They were 200 credits short of having 9k on everyone.
The thing that's worrying, though, is, again, like, we've seen the trip placed there pretty much every single round. Now, I didn't see one elsewhere, so I can only assume that that was broken. And it just didn't seem like there was an adaptation to that. Like, Safe was able to just walk up, and there was at no point anybody aware that he was that far forward. He got so much information.
Oh no, not this again.
And again, Kicks
not this again.
Just gets a free opener. It is just...
Redguard's playing off site. He's had enough.
Again, we're going to see this aggression into mid. I like that GX...
I like the double aggression in mid, though. I do think that was the right call. That's what I was asking for in the timeout.
Vitality are now...
Might actually work here. They have 3 people to kill all 3 coming up short.
In towards mid, they may not even need to. Vitinho's got some good timing. He's at least going to get himself one.
Oh, nice kill by Cloud, too.
Lovely
the wall
on
falling,
this.
The follow-up is even easier. 2 versus 5. You know, we've seen this one before.
Oh, no, not like this. They really need this round.
You can't count
Don't do it to him.
It's never over till that last player's dropped. Op is trained in, waiting for a peek. Purpo might have had the opportunity, but the players were spotted a little bit earlier. Kick still has a Hunter's Fury, but nowhere to use it.
No way, Safe wins that duel. His body blocked the molly.
Caught inside those snake.
Damn, this kid. How have they 2v5'd them?
This round has gone from unlosable to almost unwinnable. Purple with the
oh my god, they didn't even die. It's a straight up 2v5. Oh man, they needed it so badly. Kicks and Safe are so good here. How does Safe kill the guy at Breakable Wall? I don't know how he does this.
We need a copy at all. Need to live like this, man.
You should always lose this duel. This next one. Oh, that was nice. This one.
Honestly, that's an unlosable round.
He should be dead.
The fact that Kicks manages to get a couple, the fact that you then have solo battles taken by Safe aggressively, like I don't see a way back. Like that was the moment
19
where you have to
to
come
4
alive for GX to convert around, and they've just lost to, what was it, 2v4, 2v5? Like it's just
2v4 for sure.
Was it 2v4? I thought it was 2v5, right?
It is a bleak scenario after such a close first
1,
map,
2,
16-14
3.
on their choice. And then a map, as said, one of the maps they've actually been able to take.
Was it 2v5? Okay, yeah.
Versus one of the stronger competitors, and that team is dissipated. The initial mid-present. They're starting to do this again. That has, as said, it's been one of the successes of this composition of this team.
Yeah, and Vitality also get a little bit of a win, knowing that they were fighting heavy over towards middle. So this drone now spots that they're fighting middle, and we just flash through.
Good follow-up.
Yeah, they just got such a free win.
Double peek up top and down below. Purpo's in trouble. They know he's stuck in this corner. There is no way out.
I think Cloud has to maybe send it through the smoke.
Just going to bypass him entirely. Purple has a chance to spray down, but he doesn't want to give it away. And now as the wall falls there, ready
Great
and waiting,
trade.
still just the one to be found. One of the more competitive early rounds. And Redgar corrects
Thank
just
God
in
he
time
got
to keep
that
it
kill.
that way. Spike dropped, but so is Redgar. And Hoodie fell elsewhere. It's only Cloud left. And the information now given away. He had the jump. That advantage is now completely gone. The reveal a little late, and as he swings, Trex is
done,
up
bro.
top.
They are wrecking
Gorgeous
them.
play by Vitality once
The
again.
only round was
You
the
can see why
eco.
they picked this map.
Yeah,
Where they picked
looking
up, I know,
comfortable,
let's be honest, it
interplay
was just a
between the
hero
players
play
has
from
actually
Cloud.
been better
And
throughout.
then the one where they just had better,
Safe still kind of good.
Yeah, well, I mean,
better
the guy
guns.
is 20 and 4. 20, and find the 4 times he's done.
Yeah, and this was the easiest call of
by
Vitality's life, right? They realized that they were playing
on the
aggro
desk,
because
you
obviously the
had
first
Benji,
kills
but
that they
for the
lost in
last
the
game,
round
it was
before
when it was
this
versus Gentlemates,
were from
and he
the
goes,
double
"Is
stack
there any
over towards
strategy
middle.
that
But they
you
just
would say
take
for
close mid,
Gentlemates?"
drone
And he said,
out,
"Don't
and
peek safe."
completely wreck the mid,
Good call.
the
Good
mid
call.
double stack.
I wish GX watched that interview.
Yeah.
Granted, easier said than done. This guy has some global control, and here he is. It looks like they'll peek, and the decoy is the first to try, walking straight by.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Teleport
Yeah, that's
used
a
by
nice,
Nora back to the B
it's a
site.
nice
They don't
second
think there's
cage
anyone
from
here
safe
because
there
no
to
one
make
broke
sure
the
the
decoy and
guys,
see
two guys close
anything.
don't
There's
get hit by the
a
recons.
tube that's
They
also
got a
being
scan
watched,
off.
and here comes the ultimate
They
runner.
might have
On
got
his
that.
way
They
out to
might
the
have gone
A side,
down
they
there.
have to be aware of this flank. Sender's watching, and he has been for the last 30 seconds. Now he turns away, but Kix takes the responsibility.
Oh.
Drone out, sees a player close, has to cancel in time, and he won't. Hoodie with a great punish.
Now what does
And now
Astra
main
do?
control
'Cause it
swings
could
towards
go
GX.
back rounds.
So much to play with on the way back through.
This is definitely one of the better opportunities we've seen from them. This
Lovely
is
flash.
so aggressive. The flash
Lovely
was decent,
flash.
but
Yeah,
not
they want
quite
to take
good
map
enough.
control.
Purpo holding
Sure.
the line, making sure there's no retreat, no escape.
He's finally
This
down
is
the
his
raid
third
boss.
Kill of the round. It's left all onto Trex. This would have to be a miracle play.
Great run from Purple.
After a long hiatus
lovely
from the
push,
board,
but Jesus.
It is at least going to be a third
They
round.
got it.
Maybe
I mean, at
if
least
you
they got
believe in
3, I
curses,
guess.
There's a chance for GX here.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've seen it go even worse in terms of comebacks. 9-3 used to be as extreme as it got. Nowadays, 10-2 doesn't even secure you a game.
Wait, when did that happen?
I don't want to talk about it. Round 2 and 3. It was
The funny thing is, you could have said 11-3, and it would have been a reference to a different team.
Yeah.
But you kind of outed yourself there.
I did. I chose Liquid. I
chose
Liquid.
pain.
I did. It's fresh. That wound ain't going away anytime soon. But 9-3 for Vitality. They have, a pretty good position. They won the pistol. They lost the follow-up.
Yeah.
They lost the third round, and then went on a streak of 8. For GX, it's not even about beating the strategy of Vitality, which has been good. The set plays have been beautiful. This has just been a joy of a map to watch. But there is just an element of ridiculousness.
So it's 2-1 in terms of the pistols, 1-0 for
These
this
rounds
map.
have been, well,
Double pistol, it's double
Let's go
pistol
with
just
that
means
one.
it's done
Sounds
fully. Dude, he's 21 to
He is
5
feeling
in one
confident,
half.
Already taking the push into mid. That's going to clear out any information that this could be a B hit. So he won't see anything. And that was one of the major
He just
issues
gets
that
full
GX
map
had
control, so the
first
rest of
time
his
out
team
playing
can
this
stack
map
over
versus
towards
KC.
A. Even when he's not getting kills, he's
So
winning his team the
were
round.
falling flat when it came to flanks. They got caught out quite regularly. Kicks. He's done so much damage. Hasn't quite managed to kill off Purpo, but the rest of the team a little far behind. And they face off Runner instead. The nail maybe in the coffin here. Redgar is at least going to be able to find one. That's something. A glimmer of hope in what looks like dark times
Yeah,
for
he
GX.
still gets a
but
kill
he's
on
gonna
top of
have
this
to
as well.
ace it in a 1 versus 4.
Oh, good
To
luck.
say I don't believe is an understatement.
Well, Tom, he got his camera back.
Woo! Well, he hasn't got it back yet. In 10 seconds, he'll have it back.
Where are we going?
back.
And
It's
no
just-
spike.
Just
Where are we
not
going
ready
this
to
on?
Go back out yet. But I think the spike is...
I wouldn't be
seconds
ready either.
No, I want to
Imminent
hide.
death awaits the camera and Redgar.
Got 25 HP.
Do I play Valorant? Sometimes,
If there
man.
was any play to
When
get
there's less
GX
games
back
on,
into the
like
map,
off season, I
guess
played
this
for
was
like a
20
month,
seconds.
maybe. I say a month.
Safe
We
with
played
winners.
like,
Somehow.
honestly, we played pretty solid for like
I
a
don't know
week
if
and a
we would've
half.
been in this scenario anyway, though. That's the other problem. And you did say safe
would win
wins this.
That's
Not
what I
too
meant.
much.
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Well, 10
On the
to
same
3.
page.
It is
Random TDM.
not
Yeah, we
getting
play
any
some
better now.
TDM sometimes.
Luckily,
Like
if you
TDM.
are a GX fan, sorry how the season's going.
Was longer
But,
than that? Yeah, it was
one of
like
the rounds
what?
they did win
2 months
was
altogether, I would
Eco
say, of
round
playing.
number 2.
But then it
So,
got a little bit consistent in
best
terms
chance
of
yet.
like maybe
If
2
anything,
weeks in a
they've
row playing.
lost that pistol on purpose, Tom.
That goes there.
It's all part of the plan.
Was that Milan's strategy?
The sideshow stuff, that's true. That was pretty funny. Okay, we get a
He's a man who lives
single...
off data. Unless he's been looking at
Well,
Foots
there goes
data,
the single
maybe
marshal.
that could be
It's
misleading.
all about just
I love
taking
this.
turns.
Outlaw buying this round is
Hoodie's
just
turn
free
next.
money. These
They might
players are not
just
gonna be able
all
to
feed
match
this
up to it.
outlaw.
One shot to the body, you're down. He gets 2 shots at a time. A quick reload after the first. Drone through. Spots players falling back. And there's not really anything to do on the Vitality side, but wait. And push, sorry. There is something to do. Push.
He doesn't even have an outlaw skin.
Take the fights.
He's not a true...
That's kind of wild. I mean, the Battle Pass has one that's pretty good. There's some in... I mean...
Does it upset you a bit that the one time you're seeing outlaw actually get kills is when it's someone who didn't even buy a skin?
It kind of sucks.
He's a part-time outlaw player.
Well, you know what? That's what you get for not buying an outlaw skin. You get Marshall. Thank you, Cloud. Returning some balance to the world. But yeah, the Battle Pass skin's pretty fire. The other ones are terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Cloud's
getting more
always
for
dangerous.
Are you believing, Tom?
I got a flash. I always believe in Cloud, but this might be a little bit of a bridge
Oh, no,
too far.
double?
I don't know what this is.
Oh, the
They're
timing,
gonna
that was
go in the
unlucky.
same corner.
Lucky to
Eventually,
not get a
he'll
double,
go down
unlucky to not be
kicks.
peeking it.
Patino can do any extra
And they
damage
hit the
now.
shot.
So they're going to keep the weapons
We,
in the
yep,
end.
there we go.
It was only
Safe.
a ghost that will have
Only
been
had a
lost, so
ghost
not
and he
too
picks
much
up
of
the
a
guns.
problem.
They didn't lose
For
anything.
Vitality, wow, it's 11-3. We've seen that come back before, Mitch. There you go.
We did, Tom. We've seen those comebacks a few times. Many teams. You know, it's what you got to understand, Tom. It's a lot easier than you'd think to lose those leads. That's what I'll say. So it's anyone's game here.
It's a lot easier than you think.
It's anyone's game here. 23-5, 11-3.
I guess I don't
Anyone's game.
think it's possible at all, really. So I guess maybe you are correct.
There you go. There you go. Already proven.
I am somehow backing up your ludicrous random statements. But the thing is, at this point, 11-3, I think most of us are just looking for sunset at this stage.
You reckon?
The sun has set on Breeze already. And Purpo.
The lovely smoke, but he still can't get out of there because of these angles. So you'd imagine Trex goes down. Trex?
But somehow I believe, yeah, he got out with no problem.
How's he getting out with just one? Oh my goodness.
Well. I don't even think he took any damage. And while Fatino's hoping that he can find a gap, but already in the bonus round, this could be the beginning of the end.
How did he get out? He took one bullet through the wall.
Garner some extra space, and I guess there is somewhat of a solo hold, but a very quick rotation available for Runner. And instead, they're actually going to go back to the B side, which Vitality have read spot on.
Yeah, and we got
I think Runner's a little more stuck in the mud
smoke, and as soon as I see this wall in, do we have a Viper smoke here as well? We're
The
just gonna
rotation
smoke,
in
and then we
from
can
Trex is
Astra
perfect.
stun. Yeah.
Had kicks here to help out. He'll still be able to fire off some recons, but let's see if there's players left by then. Redgar, the first to fall. And then Sender
Oh man,
peeks out from the
this
other
map
angle,
is an
isolating
absolute
these duels,
slaughter.
surprising them. And even the players coming through mid can't get the element of surprise on their side.
10 seconds left.
A third round for GX is where we sit, because that fourth ain't going on the board anytime soon, at least not here. 12 for Vitality as the final seconds tick away. Will there even be a rifle to bring forward? Nope. Vitality don't want there to be. They are swarming this final player.
Okay, well, this one's done fast for sure.
9 chances to bring us to sunset. The third map in the series, and one that, well, in Giantx's mind, it's probably just going to be the second map in the series. Forget this one ever happened.
Yeah, it's been, what was that? 11 of the last 12 rounds have gone the way of Vitality.
Yeah.
So this is about as bleak as it gets. They lost the bonus round as well, almost to a flawless.
Yeah,
we are getting ready for the next map. I think we have been for quite a while. Runner at least will be shut down. As said, Cloud
Maybe.
has at least shown something here. Kicks
Nice info at least from that.
Doesn't have much support. Rotation already there from Trex, and his spam wild doesn't really get anything. Shock dart might, however, almost kills off Redgar.
Yeah, and he nearly got
He's lucky
spammed.
to be
That
alive.
shock was just a little bit to the right. Would have been a kill.
At least. He'll get his camera up in the air, and his camera's gone just like that. Information not great to follow up on. Tag not found.
This
and
pause
Redgar
is
falls.
so
Okay,
strong.
But they've got that post plant
But did
inside
they hear
of
it?
They've got snake bite lineups. Just look where Hoodie is. He's going to be firing those.
Yeah,
up
look at
and
where
over.
everyone
Got
is, to
late
be
round
honest.
flank.
It's a
Coming
good
in
plant
from
for this
Cloud
angle
and
as well.
Fatino in a nasty
Should be
position,
impossible
looking to gate crash
for
back
Vitality
defend
to
those
retake
Viper lineups.
or do anything here.
Vitality Put the pressure on up close. Now they're able to start the defuse, tap it at least. Purpo with 2, Cloud with another, and it is sealed.
Alright, we'll slowly
like
count
that.
down.
GX,
This was a
4
convincing
rounds
round though,
on the
but kind of
board.
just gifted them a free kill at the beginning.
League, it does matter in terms of round difference. It's very
The
late in
Heretics?
season
Yeah,
for
this was the
GX to
Heretics.
worry about that without a win on the board. But the less dominant they can make this, the better their chances.
Yeah, I will say.
Still think it was
a little bit screwed
they did this
on map
fast.
difference before, and more so wins.
G2 goes on. I think did this strat fast.
If you don't win any games, it's not gonna matter.
Could hurt Vitality if it's not a dominant victory as well.
Yeah, I still think their life is mostly in their own hands. If they win the series next week as well versus Koi, that's where you want to be, having the opportunity to take things home yourself. Lots of information.
That's a
already.
lot
There's
of
been so
info.
much damage
Look at
done
that util
before this
spamming
extra
it. Can't believe he goes in
utility
for it.
has
Get a
faced
lot of
into the
info after
blender.
this as well. Drone goes out, and I mean they're just gonna run it down A
Falling
pretty
for that
much
one. In
until it
fact,
fails.
Coutinho's
It
gonna be
feels
further
like.
away. He's actually looking to come in late from mid. The full force though is here from the side of Vitality.
This plan
Everybody already
isn't
inside.
as good. It's not as good. So Yora's gonna be going up through door. Can't see the same after plant. Nice shot.
Play in main with this team. And that's exactly where Purpo's going. He's down and out of the action. Vitality's sights set on main, on rooting these players from those post-plant positions. The main problem that we're seeing is Coutinho.
The Viper molly for that guy in the corner.
Trex is ready for it,
Oh,
and
no.
finding the kill off screen. It comes down to a relatively
Oh,
close
no.
position with Safe already
The vision
trying
block
to
as well.
defuse.
Molly
He's
goes
gotten
in.
to
That's a lovely
almost
shot.
a half, but Hoodie
Yeah.
interrupted. Clean shot that may just have secured the round here and now. With 6 bullets left, Sander is running out of
Okay,
chances.
7 chances,
12 to 5.
and
the gap closes.
do they
A
just send it
long
A
way to
again?
go yet.
Yeah, I think one of the major positives for GX, honestly, is if you're getting boomed in a game like this, just start to get things flowing.
Come
a
to
little bit.
Japan. I wanna go to Japan.
They hit a few shots 'cause
Next
he
event
was
that's in
someone
Japan,
that,
I'll probably
again,
go.
Last time out, played fantastically on this map. Has definitely been a little bit more quiet, but the last few rounds, he's definitely shown that there is still some gas left in the tank. And what? Cloud still up there at the top, not quite matching up to the likes of Safe, who's 23-7 on the other side. Maybe slowed down a little bit, you know. I think he's 2-2 the last few rounds. That's very bad for Safe.
Getting
Like
kicked
this
out
recon.
of this match.
Answer of this goes bottom middle, scans all the middle.
And get
Here's
one
just an
kill
eco on
in
this
the
one,
next
so you
map.
might see him
2
take a
and
bit of a
22.
gamble, maybe push behind.
Oh,
That's a
shot
nice
by
start
Trex.
to it though.
The Outlaw Demon
Do we not
coming
have so
through.
much
That's
money that we can
Coutinho
buy
down
heavy
and out.
armor,
A
or
big
did
part
he,
of their space taking their late round harassment
Who went on
off
then?
the
It's
table.
double shot?
Weaker weapons for Vitality. This seems like the way they would close it out with how rounds went so far. One trap spotted, another hasn't been. There we go, it's destroyed. A lot of the danger of Safe now retracted, and he's all the
Oh
way
my
down
God.
to his pistol. 2 versus 3, 1 shot connected. That makes it doable for Trex. Just 1 shot to the body on Cloud, on Purpo, and it's Redgar who needs the headshot.
Guy is
or an upgraded
low
weapon
HP
before
on
he
sight,
takes
and the
it
comms
down.
can-
The reveal coming through
comms can
causes
come
some
in for
problems.
that.
Trex trying to dance around this side. Here's the opportunity. Low HP,
Oh
good
boy,
shot.
and we got a smoke or an
Taking out the
ult to
classic.
block
I don't know if
vision.
he thinks he's low, but he's very wrong. Rifle can be retrieved at least. Trex can take an even fight. I'm not sure about that one. Time to reload.
Yeah, he really wanted to do 10 damage on
Take
this.
another swing at this. Redgar just needs to run the clock down, deny this defuse. First shot doesn't hit. Smoke down,
Range of a gun.
activated. Rifle on the floor. Trex
Oh,
doesn't
hey,
want
love
to.
the idea of a fake
He goes
smoke
down
though.
after pulling his
Give
start
yourself a
back.
rifle,
Nice
maybe.
try.
It's
One
a
more
solid round from
GX,
Redgar to
find
win
it
that.
yet
They
again.
gave
6-round
this a
gap.
very, very
Yeah,
good
it
go.
was a lower buy round
I
for
love
sure,
the
but
fake smoke.
again, we're seeing the stars over on that Vitality side. Trex with a large amount of damage to make that one competitive, but in the end, Redgar's able to take it over the line. 3 in a row.
6.
They need to double that in succession.
And
to
they
take
go
us
in
to
A
overtime.
again.
And the worry now
When
is
does
the
Vitality just heavy
You've got
stack
almost
this? I
everything.
mean, it looks like
Trick's
it's
the only
now
one who hasn't
4.
been able to get that Hunter's Fury online again. We're going to see this early main control. And
Yoru, oh, does the Yoru hit C4 and then they just cancel?
Immediately, though, we've seen Viper spit on the other side of the map. They're going to try and fight for this.
That's Purpo again with the opening pick. This is what I wanted to see. He's definitely much more warmed up. Shoot me, shoot me. That's what Vitinho's calling, but it doesn't hit. The movement is sublime.
They got 1.
And only 1 pulse of that actually ends up
Yeah,
landing.
and Kicks
Safe
can
down to
still win
45
this.
HP. He's tagged heavily. He's got Kicks on the side to help him out. Purpo's gone down to a shotgun from Cloud. Now the numbers are even yet again. This is starting to
Wait,
get
what?
not even a little bit scary. I'm
What
very
went on
scared
here?
now. I am worried, terrified for the side of GX as they've
We've got to
stalled
keep an
out
eye
to
on,
spike in the
yeah,
open,
Redgar
waiting
on this
for
on
that
the
flank to
luck.
come through,
Still
and
pretty
Redgar
nervous
finds it in
though.
tube, opens the door, puts pressure on
That
Kicks.
Redgar.
His 3rd kill of the round as Redgar
Save
looks to
45
secure the
HP.
last.
Yeah, lovely reposition from Vitinho here. Okay, the team code doesn't matter.
For GX.
All good.
5 more to go. They're on the way.
Oh, they can't hold A.
They're slowly
This one was a
making
little
their
bit
way.
harder because honestly they had the Yoru ult in Sova ult. So this one I'm not even too
Still
mad at.
doesn't really feel real though. It's just such a long road to try and get anything back in. I do wonder how long we're going to see that A main aggression continued for Vitality, because they've attempted it quite a few times. There's been a decent amount of damage done, but they've never actually come out of that fight on top. GX have done well to sort of hold on, and this round the lurk from Redgar ended up being what turned the tide. Financially as well, this is more of an interesting spot for Vitality. Still able to get somewhat of a buy.
4 in a
onto the
row,
board, so
gave him a
perhaps go
chance.
low with the rifle, but
The real
again,
question
with
is,
those
do they
ults that
keep
have
going
available
A?
to them,
That's the real
it
question.
might be worth risking it just to try and close this a little earlier.
It was good to see as well as we swapped over to the cam of Pipson and Milan, coaching staff over on GX. You see them laughing about that round. I'm guessing it was the shock dart that took Purpo down that got a giggle out of them. The mood definitely changing.
I don't know if they'd be giggling if they didn't win it.
No. Let me
That's not
tell
the way
you.
you want to end it.
There would be another extreme emotion on display, but it wouldn't be on the happiness.
We wouldn't be able to
spectrum.
see it because that camera would have flown out a window.
In a different room right now. But yeah, 5 more rounds needed for GX, and I think they've done a fantastic job winning a lot of these opening duels. The lurk up from Redguard last
Yeah,
round
he's
as
so
well.
good, man.
That is what gave them the leg up, opening that door, him finding 3 kills from that position. But they need to keep
just
reinventing
great.
the wheel here,
Really
keep on
is.
their toes, because if Vitality make the right adjustment as
It's a shame
ultimates
because he
come
kind of
online,
deserves some
well, they only need
some
one
wins.
Standing ahead.
Okay, and Vitality on this one.
Early utility being expended, but
This
I
is a
like
low
that.
buy.
I'd be
They
surprised if
expect more of a
Vitality buy that
default because
again.
we don't
Timing
actually play
is
anything
almost
over
everything
towards
here.
A. And
Safe, does he get a check? He actually kind of doesn't, but it doesn't matter. He wins the fight anyway. It's going to be that same execution, but now they have the man advantage. Now they have
sure.
those ultimates to play with.
Sure, man.
Hunter's Fury available, Runner hoping for a miracle shot, but they're actually going to use
Oh,
it
and they're
immediately.
going
I
for
thought
this
they
one.
might
And
try and
Safe's got
combine it.
another
Instead,
kill.
they
Well,
don't
he's got
actually need
another
to.
kill.
Safe has just taken over the round.
27, 28 to
9.
9. He had enough.
Vitality were utterly dominant from start to finish in this
He had enough. What is this? 28 to 9. Silly numbers, man. Shouldn't be getting that first kill, let alone everything else
oh
after.
yeah, the momentum swinging towards Vitality.